Welcome, everybody, to the Fallen Sky Tavern. The name of the show is actually Fallen Sky, an Eberron adventure.
Excellent save. Very good
I
save.
saved it. That was such a good save. How's everyone doing today? Happy?
Wonderful.
So good.
Happy.
So happy.
I was talking to the listeners, guys. I don't care how you guys are. Actually, I know how you guys are. One of you is not very well.
Okay.
Ooh. Sorry, mind my voice. It's a little bit it's a little bit there, you know? And I'm hoping it gets better because it's just a little sad, but it's going to get there. Don't worry.
Probably just need to talk more.
Oh, that's going to help. Yep. Yeah, okay. Well, anyways, welcome back to Fallen Sky and Eberron Adventure. We're going to jump right into a recap unless there's something anyone wants to bring to the table.
Merch update?
A merch update, Shane? You got a little merch update for us?
We don't have any merch yet. Back to you, John.
All right. Woof. I'm so glad we took all that time for that. That's good. Okay. Let's dim the lights in our minds for a moment as we recap last episode. Last episode, you guys were able to acquire a Sky Coach. We have... hold on. We were able to contact Tara through tip from Beldura Greyrune at the Candid Copper, and you guys were able to secure a Sky Coach for a relatively cheap amount of money. Then you guys were able to to fly over to the meeting point where you knew you were going to meet with Nulo Loshlock and hop, skip, and a jump over to the other skyship to take the goods that you require. Things got a little spicy as you guys got into that encounter. It was guarded by two House Deneath bodyguards. One of them quickly pulled out a smooth-looking stone and was able to call some backup. Quite quickly, some stratogliders arrived, driven or glided by some Dask, some gang members, definitely Dask by the looks of it, which you'll find out very shortly what Dask is. The people who are from Sharn know what Dask is. Those of you who are relatively new to the place may not know. Yeah, the new guy. And anyways, so yeah, you were able to dispatch them fairly easily, although there were some difficulties in that as well. One of those gnolls was able to launch a final arrow and hit and down our sorcerer. So we're going to start right at that point. So, Vita, I would like you to roll a d20, please.
You're dead.
Do I add anything to that?
Just straight roll.
Just straight. Okay, 11.
Ooh, okay.
That's good.
That's good. You do not sustain any lingering injuries from being downed.
Oh, snap.
And you are fine. Although you're down. So you're not fine. You're actually very hurt, and it's bad. I think we dropped out of initiative, so let's start with the death save roll, actually, because it probably would have been close to your turn at this point.
Oh, that wasn't a death
That was
save?
not a death save.
Oh,
no.
okay.
That was
just a
lingering
check.
injury save?
Exactly.
Cool.
That
Been a
was
while
to see
since we've played.
I'll introduce this mechanic because it just doesn't make sense to hold it secret. If you go down in a combat, I will make you roll a d20, and if you roll under a 10, so a 9 and below, you will have to roll on a lingering or serious injury table. And depending on what those are, some of them are pretty bad, but some of them are, you get a scratch, you know.
Some of them are good.
You get a scar. There's no good ones. No, that's not true. Don't listen to Shane.
If it's a nat 20, do I get a super cool scar?
If it's a nat 20, you get a 6 scar. You get to pick wherever you want it to
Perfect.
be. No, that's not true.
Okay.
But
Get nothing.
you, yeah, so then, and there's different ways to get rid of the different things, but mainly you'd have to visit like a mage rite or the house, whatever the healing house is. I'll find it. Don't worry. It's right here. Philadelphia. I can't remember what it's called.
House of Philadelphia.
Yeah, House of Philadelphia. And
Cream cheese.
get them to like heal it up. So that's sort of a new mechanic we've never played with before in any of our other games, and I thought I'd try it out. It is in the Dungeon Master Manual, so it's not like I'm
Drasco?
just finding it out.
Is that the one?
Jurassic Park.
House
Yeah, Jurassic.
Jurassic.
Thank you.
House
Yeah.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah, Jurassic Park. Yeah, thank you, Jurassic. Thank you. So, all right.
Jurassico.
So you guys successfully have the chest. We have Thaddeus and Vita's unconscious body on one of the sky ships with Terra driving, the sky ship that Terra brought with you guys. On the other, I called it a sky ship. I meant sky coach. On the other sky coach, we have Scrap riding Patch. We have who's that? Oh yes,
Sammy.
we have Sammy on the other ship, and then we have Proxy hanging onto a stratoglider, flying beside the ship, trying to figure out how to make that thing move and work and stuff. So, what would you guys like to do at this point? I will leave the floor to you. The floor is now yours, I mean.
Get Vita.
Should we heal Vita or something? I don't know.
At least stabilizer.
So, did you roll a death save? Sorry. I did.
No,
say that
I
at one
didn't.
point.
Sorry.
Let's roll a death save.
4.
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay. You lose one. You lose one. One ouchie save.
I guess since I'm next to her, should I do a little checky? Like stabilize?
We'll check poop.
You guys are pretty chill. I mean, I just changed form.
It's true.
Oh, right.
Oh, that's true. I did not
I'll
specify that in the
scream.
recap.
Ah!
Thaddeus would be the one who really notices mainly because there are railings on these things, and so maybe you guys haven't quite seen yet. But you look down, Thaddeus, at your feet, and Vita looks a lot different than what she looked like before.
I love the paper
has-
flip.
She's basically bald head with a big old ponytail coming out the back, white hair, crazy looking eyes that are probably closed because she's unconscious, so you wouldn't see those. And even her, actually no, yeah, that's what you'd see. Yeah, tattoos look very similar but different at the same time.
Similar but different.
But blue,
Okay.
right?
But bluish, right?
Well, I will try to stabilize her unless someone wants to do something else.
Go for it. I mean, you're gonna act first. You're right there
Okay.
beside her. So go
All right,
for
I'll
it.
keep the chest next to me and I'll stabilize her.
Okay, you'll attempt it.
I will attempt. Hopefully, I don't actually kill her.
Make it worse.
Wait, okay, I don't think that's
a 12.
I think that stabilizes her, right?
You
Yeah.
just need a 10.
Nice. Perfect. Okay. You're not bleeding out anymore. That's great. But you're still unconscious, and I think we roll a d4 to see how many hours it takes before you to wake up. So let me do that. And I don't think I'm supposed to use dice as a DM, but I'll use them just this one time. Because
Yeah, it's kind of bad.
I think that's a different game where you don't use dice.
it's a little humor.
I'm pretty sure it's D&D.
It's a little
Are we
comedic
playing
humor
D&D?
for you. We're playing Eberron. It's not.
It's different.
This is Fallen Sky.
It's called
The tavern.
Buildings and Bollocks. I don't know. All right. 2 hours, you'll wake up. Unless someone heals you magically, which also could happen.
What happened over there? What's going on?
You hear Scrap yelling from
I
the
hear
other ship.
Scrap.
In case you
She's
can tell.
unconscious. She's stabilized, but she's not looking too good. She's not waking up, but she's okay. I stabilized her. So if you got any heals, that could be... I mean, we do have potions, I guess. I could feed her a
I
potion.
think you have a potion. No, who has the
come
potions?
Here, come here. I think a lot of us have potions.
Yeah.
Get me closer. Get me closer.
You come here.
Nulo's like,
You
oh yeah,
have one.
Nulo's driving
And
it.
she has one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
All right.
he can just heal with
Oh,
the
I see.
spell.
Yeah, put me in there.
Nulo will like arrange the ship so that you
Put
guys
me
are
in,
side by
coach.
side. You can use your plank. You guys
Alright.
work so hard on to like
That we
make it
never
easier to
use.
travel.
All right, fine. I'll pull out the fun plank
The fun plane.
and I'll latch them together.
and
And I'll Patch will walk across with me on his back, and I'll see Vita's body and say, "What is that? What? That's not Vita. What is that?" Oh,
Yeah. When she fell, I'll just tell him what I saw. When she fell, she just changed.
do I know what? Do I recognize that species?
Oh yeah, I think anyone who's been in Sharn long enough will know that this is a changeling for sure.
She's a changeling.
There's a bit of a taboo with changelings because a lot of times people will think they're shifty because they shift their appearance so often and so frequently and so easily. Whether you, as your personal characters, want to buy into that or not, that's up to you. But there is a stigma for sure with a lot of common folk.
Vita's been replaced by a changeling.
No, Scrap. I think she is a changeling.
That's a changeling. Okay, I'll go over there. I will. I'll pull out a little like a piece of fabric with like an arcane like glyph like sewn into it, and I'll just kind of like put it on her, like on her arrow wound there, and then out of my little like wrist gauntlet thingy, these little like mechanical like little spider guys come out. They got like, but they're like 5. They're like little metallic things, but they got 5 legs instead of like 8. But they look like spiders otherwise, and they'll just kind of go on and like sew that patch onto her wound.
Oh no.
Delicious.
And you'll heal. You're gonna heal.
Don't look like that, Dana. It's a good thing.
It's a good thing you're healing.
You're healing.
This is terrifying.
You're gonna heal. What is my intelligence? 8 hit points.
Oh, thanks.
And just like that, your eyes snap open. Very scary looking eyes, by the way. I just want to point that out.
Wow, look at her eyes.
Thank you. And you're now conscious.
okay.
You're laying prone on the ship. In the meantime, why don't we have Proxy
Yeah.
try to figure out how to control this stratoglider a little bit. I will create a DC in my mind that you don't know what it is and roll for it and see. Add your intelligence modifier or minus, whatever it is.
Minus fire.
That's 8.
That's an 8. Interesting. You don't quite figure it out. I'll say roll a dex to see if you can hold on to it longer. Because it's still kind of...
That's a 9.
Did we say it was moving, though? I actually can't remember. I can't remember what we said last time.
It was keeping up with the chase.
It was keeping
last
up
time.
with the ships, which I'm assuming you guys are still moving. That's a what did you say?
If it's just straight dexterity, that's a 9.
I guess it would be. Yeah, I don't know what it would be. Yeah. Okay. You fall off. I'm gonna
Feather
tell you that
fall.
right now.
So I'll
okay.
as I see this happen, like, I got to do everything around here, and I'll pull out this weird little disc thing, and I'll just kind of like chuck it out into the air, like out into space, and it'll kind of like fly out there for a second, then like hone in on Proxy as Proxy's falling, and like just latch onto his back, and then poof, a parachute just kind of like puffs out of it
Ooh, thank
and
goodness.
stops you from falling.
Okay, great. Because otherwise, we would have had to dish out the old falling in Sharn table, and you don't want to roll on that. Trust me.
The old falling in
Okay,
Sharn.
if you're falling slowly enough, I'll say that Nulo is able to sort of scoop you up, swing back around, and grab you.
What about the Stratoglider?
The Stratoglider is still going straight until unless you guys want to do something otherwise. It's going to probably collide with the building
We can
very shortly.
we can get
Work
it.
out
I can
that.
figure it out.
Okay, you're falling. So how are
I'm
you going
gonna
to
be fine. I got a rope.
'Cause, there are lots of buildings and bridges and a lot of things. So.
I got a grappling hook. I'm gonna try and
okay.
grapple the
Oh,
Stratoglider.
okay, yeah. So you got Featherfall on you as a backup, anyways. But try and get yourself back onto it. That's a good idea. I love that.
What do you want me to roll? An attack roll?
Yeah, sure, cool. And we determined last time grappling hook is dex based.
Heck
Right.
to the that's
Yeah.
20,
That's what we decided.
25.
Oh, sweet. Yeah,
Should've
you're able
just
to
been
latch
using
it
this
on
dice.
right onto the back, one of those turbine engines that's sort of hovering on the back right corner. It just latches right on there, and you're hanging on to a Stratoglider as it cruises down one of the streets.
So
of
he's
Sharn.
like
Terrence Street.
He's like following the glider now.
It's like
Yeah,
floating
he's like
behind
floating
it.
behind it, but
the
you're also you got a parachute on, so it's maybe slowing you down a bit. You can see the turbines like working a little overtime to try to keep up with what it was
boy.
set at. Yeah, unless anyone has anything else to do, Nulo's going to try and like slow down the ship, as you can clearly see that in his rear view mirror, which exists on this.
mirrors.
Yeah, mirrors are real.
Wow, this is crazy.
This is Eberron, guys. Welcome.
Nulo's in this ship, right?
They don't have
Yeah.
mirrors in
Yeah.
So
Fantasyland.
you guys are.
Well, I'm in here now because I healed.
Oh, right. Okay. Can I look at the box right now, or are we with
Sure,
Shore?
go for it. Yeah.
I will attempt to open.
I feel like
Okay.
I'm also gonna be like, okay, we should head back. Probably
Love that
just
too.
start heading back.
I will have everyone roll perception check.
Oh my goodness, we're all gonna die. 4.
Oh, shoot.
Off to a good start.
That's low.
4,
12.
Oh,
8.
can I roll for Patch?
Sure.
Patch's perception's real good.
Yeah, that's fair.
23.
Oh,
This is gonna be so fun. Okay. So what did you?
12.
What's the highest? What did you roll?
4.
Oh yeah. Wow.
Hey, look at
You
us.
rolled-
8.
So mine was the highest roll, and then
I had,
Patch.
I had 13.
Oh, you had 13. Not bad.
Okay. Well, Patch.
Oh,
He's a smart boy. This boy. You guys
He's
been
a
together
good
long enough.
boy.
He's a very good boy. He's such a good boy. He'll turn you in the right direction, guide your eyesight a little bit as you're like, hey, What?
Patch, I'm supposed to be healing. Okay, what are you doing?
And he like puts his little paws, I'm gonna say, claw, hoof, hands, lizard hands, up on the railing, and you'll look back and you see quite a ways off, sort of, it's another sky coach that's like quite a ways back. It's not following, but it's back there, and you see someone staring at you. You guys were not seen. You know what I mean? Like, you guys made a little commotion, and somebody definitely saw you. But they're not following, as far as you can tell. So that's good. But yeah, just so you know. In the meantime, yeah, let's have Nulo's gonna slow down, pick up Proxy, so he doesn't continue to die off of the edge of the friggin' Stratoglider thingy. Unless you don't want that Proxy.
While you're down there, get the other board on the bridge there, you know?
Bro. Well, I guess
You guys are way far now at that point.
way-
Because you've been moving the whole time.
moving.
Right?
Alright,
Yeah,
alright.
It's a ways back.
I'm
Wait, I mean,
gonna-
you can scoot back if you
Oh,
want.
sorry. I'm gonna turn to, I guess Scrap is right next to me, and I'm gonna be like, tell your horse to stand in front of me.
Okay. Wait.
Do it!
Okay. Patch, stand in front of the that.
And then I'm gonna shift back into Vita.
Ooh, nice. Okay. Easy enough. Super easy, actually.
What, you needed some like privacy to change or something? What was that? What just happened?
I'm sorry, do you think I'm just gonna flip back and forth?
Well, I don't know, Vita. This is the first time I've ever seen you shape change.
Yeah, and why do you think that is?
Who? I don't know. Who are you? What is this?
Thank you for healing me.
Yeah, you're welcome. I think I deserve a little bit like of an explanation or something at this point.
I'm done talking about this.
No, you're not. You are not done talking about this.
Go. What do you want?
What are we expecting?
Tara?
Nilo?
Nulo.
Nulo. What are we expecting Nulo to do with the air coach? Sky coach?
He's taking it back to... I mean, if
Like-
you want to ask him, you can talk to him.
Well, I'm wondering if he goes back without guards, are they going to be like, sup? Why are you alive?
Back to where?
To
With the
House Cannon.
Tareen.
ask him.
Yeah.
In character. Because otherwise I'll just tell you what he'll say. And that's not really role-playing very much.
Nulo.
Oh.
What does Hale expect you to do?
I don't know. I've been working with them for a while now. I don't think I'm going to go back. I don't need to go back. Why would I go back? I'm done. We got the chest. Mission accomplished. What do you mean? I'm going to go back
Go back where?
to Haven. We got to return. We got to take the goods
We
to
should
Haven.
probably just abandon the ship. The sky.
We could abandon the ship if you want. I guess that's true. We don't have to be carrying. But who is that driving that one? Who is that?
I mean, yeah, I feel like you at least have a cover if you go back. If you leave now, then that's a bridge burnt forever.
I'm not concerned about them.
Okay. If Hale didn't
That
tell you
wasn't my
anything
task.
else, if Hale didn't tell you what to do, then that
was not my task.
Fine by me.
My task was to get here, and I barely made it, and I need to get back because I don't want it. I don't. Undercover's not my business. I don't like this. I don't even know why I signed up for this.
Okay, I'm not
Are
not that
there
I'm signed up.
distinguishing factors on the ship?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Meaning, like, anyone looking at it knows, like, this is a house Canneth? Is that right?
Yeah. House Kenneth. Yeah.
This is a House Canneth ship? Or
How
how hard would it be just to strip
It's
all
not
that
a House
off?
Kenneth ship. No. It's it would be like
A limo?
Like, if Tara wanted
Yeah.
the ship, could we give it to her?
Oh, I see what you're saying. It would need to be modified a little bit. Yeah, yeah. I think okay, yes. It is a House Kenneth ship, yes.
Kenneth? Or what is it?
Kenneth. Canith.
That's the wording? Or no,
That's
what's his face?
that's the house.
That's the
house
sound
right.
the,
House.
the
Decannon.
guards.
No, House Beneath are the guards. Yeah, I know.
House
It's a lot.
Kenneth.
It's a lot of names. I understand.
Oh,
Oh.
Yeah. The guards
He's the
were
one we're stealing the
hired.
drugs from, is the House Kenneth guy.
Tareen.
Yes.
Tareen Decannon, yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, I didn't know he was like the house dude.
He's not like the leader, I don't think, but he's like a... Is he a leader?
He's a
You
prominent
don't know
member.
much about. You don't know anything about.
He's
Turin.
high enough to
Nothing.
blackmail.
You just have a name so far. That's kind of it.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. Nuala will say like, yeah. I mean, whatever you guys decide with this ship. I mean, we can just take them back to Hale, and she can decide too, or We can dump it. Seems like a lot of wasted metal to do that, but we could
We could just return it to like a terminal.
just drop it somewhere and hope someone picks it up. That's true.
I mean, someone will pick it up. I'm not in there. I've got to stop talking.
You're literally right beside them, though.
Yeah,
It's not
our
that
ships
far.
are so
Like,
close.
you're talking. Yeah.
Yeah, just
You guys are hovering beside each other.
Tara,
Proxy,
I-
on the other hand.
I'll,
Oh, no, you were picked up.
I
right?
was picked up.
Okay.
Tara, do you want the ship?
Do I want the ship?
Yeah, do you want it?
I don't know what I would. What would I do with that? I don't have a place for that. I don't even have a place for mine. I got to stash mine in a parkade overnight. I can't.
Okay.
If I take that, I would feel like I'd just be raising a lot of questions.
Tara, do these things have like an autopilot setting? We could just have it keep going, or does there have to be somebody there?
Someone needs to be piloting it. Yes.
Okay.
Let's
I hope they don't invent that. Otherwise, I'd be out of a job.
maybe drop off the purple sky coach at like a station, and then jump on Tara's, take it back to Tara's station, and then head back to Haven.
I say we just destroy it.
Destroy it? Why?
I'm kind of leaning. Do we have
Burn
are-
the evidence.
Are all of the
Crash it.
bodies
Evidence.
gone?
Crash
Yes,
it, say
yes.
it went down.
No,
in a
you
crash?
guys have an orc currently on the purple ship,
And we
A
also
dead
have one
orc.
of the house.
Oh.
and you have a house beneath bodyguard on there as well.
No,
One of each.
no
That's
one
right.
Nulo's size though, right? Because Nulo's a halfling.
He's happening. Yeah.
I mean, why doesn't Nulo just hop on over to this one and we just leave this guy floating with dead bodies in it?
No, we're bringing the bodies. We're bringing the Orlith. We can question them.
Are they dead?
Yeah, that's the whole point of Orlith.
Oh, so sorry.
Yeah. The,
That was
what
a
do
good
we
idea.
know?
You know that Orlith at Above and Below
Yeah.
is able to work with those that have recently been deceased.
You're right. Scrap that. What's a good idea?
What
Thank
will they
you.
know
I'm
that we
very
care?
smart.
Like, what do we want to know from them?
Well, I mean, the first thing is this house. Who are they?
Decaneth.
Decaneth. This house. Decaneth.
Decan.
Decaneth.
So if
No,
there's a D
the
before
wording
it, like
people.
Tarim Decaneth, that just means it's of that house.
Right.
The D.
What's the wording? Deneth.
Deneth.
Deneath.
Yeah.
Deneath. Got my emphasis all wrong. These House Deneath guys called for backup, and a bunch of Dask gangsters showed up. I'm a little curious about that, aren't you? What is a bunch of like low street level Dask gangsters doing, working for House Decaneth or House? What it is?
Kenneth.
I
I'm
just
struggling here.
feel
Kenneth.
like
There's a lot of names. I understand that.
that's a great point, but we should also probably just like leave instead of hanging around here for extended period of time waiting for someone to catch up with us.
Okay, let's take the body so at least we have the option and crash the sky coach. Is that what we're doing? I defer to you, Sammy.
I don't think we want to make a bigger commotion by causing like damage or anything to like buildings or people around. So, I mean, we could crash it, but only if there's like a spot that we think is like pretty like no one would look there. It's kind of
Okay.
middle
Interesting.
of nowhere.
Yeah, sure. I would say, you know very well a place where there's no one would know about anything. It's a, I kept flipping between districts and wards. Wards are bigger than districts. Districts are smaller. There's a district in, I think it's in Lower Tavik's Landing called Fallen. And it used to be one of these big core towers that fell and it was destroyed during the war, and so it's just a big rubble mess craziness thing that's there.
Okay.
But yeah, so whether you, I mean, that would be very easy to just ride it down to the ground there or stash it somewhere or whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe we should
Yeah.
stash it.
Maybe we should start.
Well-
And then we have a free.
We'll write it
sky
down
coach.
there, and then we'll.
Are there people that live in this fallen district, or is it?
There are rumors of these people called Ravagers. These like crazy,
They sound helpful.
these crazy sort of nomadic tribe people that live there and are like totally whacked out of their minds. That's sort of the rumor that you get.
Whoa.
Most people are trying to know about that to stay away from that place.
Maybe we just take it back to Hale then, and then we have a. We
No.
can just use
I'm
it.
like, no, we don't want to get greedy. Okay,
Oh,
we're
okay.
gonna ditch it and go back to Haven.
Should we just drop it into Fallen then? We don't even land. We're just.
It's on the way back.
Yeah.
We just take the power source out of it.
That's really smart.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
Wait.
All right.
Can I open the chest?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I forgot about that.
You can definitely open the chest.
I
It's
try to
not
open.
It's not locked or anything. It opens.
I open it and I eat
Should've checked
everything
for
inside.
traps.
Just kidding.
You should have checked for traps. I should have put a trap. I mean, that's what I meant to say. You open it up and you see immediately there is a letter tucked at the front, and then behind it, it's sort of leaning against these 3 vials of fluid. The fluid. Looking at the fluid in the vials, you'll see that they are of a dark liquid. They each emit a light steam, and they're constantly bubbling as if they're like boiling. And I guess they're corked, so you wouldn't see the steam coming out, but you can tell that there's something going on in those things. They're all of a different color. One of them is the one on the left has a bluish hue. The one in the middle is a dark black, and the one on the right has a reddish tint to it.
Do we know what these are?
Roll a check for me. Roll an intelligence check and see if you guys.
Straight intelligence?
I
Wait,
have
everyone, or-
alchemy. Could I use alchemy for
Yeah.
that?
Ooh, can I also?
Yeah,
'Cause I
go for it.
also-
Yeah.
Is everyone roll? Because I.
Well, everyone who's around you. So I guess
okay.
proxy. No, and
Oh,
also Sammy. Sorry, because you guys are on the other ship. Unless, I mean, it's whatever. You guys can go to the other ship, but
Vita got a 19.
a 19. Dang,
Scrap
okay.
also got a 19.
Ooh. Okay.
Another high five. Look at us.
You guys recognize this as dragon's blood. It's a drug that has recently been introduced into Sharn, and it's nasty stuff, as far as you know. Yeah,
all 3 of them?
all 3 of them. Yeah,
Because they're all different colors,
there's
right?
3 different varieties of this dragon's
Blue, red, and black.
blood. Black. Yeah,
We need to get this back to Hale right away.
And there's 3 vials and then 1 letter?
3 vials and a letter.
I open the letter.
Okay, good call.
Okay. All right.
Is it long, short, medium?
It's very short.
Okay.
It's more like a card. You open up the envelope, you pull it out.
It says Happy Mother's Day.
It says, Tareem, here's the dose of blood as payment. The other 2 are a gift from Dask to secure future jobs.
They are tied together.
There we go.
So it's from Dask to
And
What is DAS?
roll intelligence just for Dask.
Can everybody roll a desk check?
Yeah, I think everybody can.
Just
Is
straight
it
intelligence?
intelligence?
Int, bro.
History or
History?
anything?
Oh, history. Yeah, sorry. That's
Okay.
a skill.
Still 9 for me.
Dirty 20 for Vita.
Ooh.
14.
18.
Dirty 20 for Sammy.
Ooh, wow.
Okay.
Poor Dana.
Sammy
Getting tied.
and Vita know Dask is a ruthless and brutal gang that has been moving into Sharn in the past year or 2.
From
From Droam, which is a neighboring country. They're mainly monster races. As you guys noticed, there was an orc and 2 gnolls that you guys fought. And they're not the type of people who... they're sort of the shoot first, ask questions later type of folk. They're not afraid to straight up murder somebody. Which is a little different than the other rival gang that's in Sharn is called the Boromar clan. And they're the big mafia style gang that lives in Sharn, and they don't operate the same way. Boromar is more like, we'll rough you up, we'll take your money, we'll work things, behind the scenes. And Dask is, we go there, we murder you, we take your money, and we work in the front. And they are, and that Boromar and Dask are sort of going at it right now, head to head. Dask is trying to encroach on their territory, take a piece of the pie. And Boromar's not happy about that, but...
And the Dask, they're the people that are bringing Dragon's Blood in?
Yeah, Dask are the ones who introduced Dragon Blood into the sort of crime scene in Sharn. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. well,
Yes.
Let's
Interesting
head back.
intel.
So
You guys are
roll-
going along, yeah.
Yeah.
As you're going forward, you turn a corner and you see... You're, presented face front with this massive projection ad that shows up, and at the bottom it's this name Turi Tavo that's sort of in glittering letters, and this like beautiful elf woman is on this projection, and she's smoking a fire switch, and she just turns her head, and it's kind of alarming because you guys are like way up there, like you basically go right through the image, and she says, and she's, you know that she's a pretty famous singer here in Sharn, and she says, hit the high notes with switchbox switches, and you guys just keep going forward. Yeah.
She's gonna ruin her voice.
What was her name?
Turi Tavo, Tury.
Wow.
T-A-V-O.
That was so Blade Runner. I can't
Yeah.
even.
Probably just increases her range of the low notes.
It's helping her hit the low notes. That's right. For at least another few months, and then who knows what's going to happen to her. Then she'll sound like me right now. Okay, so sorry, you guys.
hitting the switchbox switches.
I'm hitting those switchbox switches. It's the only one. The only ones that count. You guys head over to Fallen. Easy enough to do. You said you wanted to try to get the power source out of the Sky Coach. Is that a thing?
Do you want to try it?
Sure.
Might as well.
I think we'll fly down, so we're not like crazy high up, but we won't land.
Okay, so you want to be like 20 feet off the ground,
Yeah.
sort of thing? Okay, fair enough.
Do we see any Ravagers?
You don't see anything right now. You guys are just at like right at the. I would assume you guys are flying like right into the area, unless that's what you want.
I'm imagining these Ravagers as like Jawas, basically.
I'm imagining the kindergartners from Recess.
Have you guys seen Serenity and
Firefly.
Yeah,
Firefly?
like the Ravagers.
Like the Ravagers?
The
That's what I'm
Reavers?
picturing. The Reavers, yeah.
Reavers.
But they're-
Ravagers is Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
that's right, yeah. Okay, so let's try and get the power source out of this thing. Roll some
you, Proxy.
tinkering, probably is what you do somehow.
Dex or intelligence?
Intelligence, yes.
Intelligence.
I'll give you
And
advantage.
I'm gonna just go on to the other ship.
Get on the terrace. That's a good
Nulo
idea.
too. Yeah, everybody.
Okay.
All right. Okay, you're gonna give me advantage then, Proxy. Okay.
Your fun plank still attached? Is he going to
No,
get a
we-
quick
we-
escape?
Take the.
Oh, okay.
Let's just take it off one side so that it's hanging there.
Oh,
we can
yeah,
jump
yeah,
on
yeah.
it.
That's a good
That's
idea.
true. We have to be on the purple thing. What would
Because
you say?
it's gonna, it's
Depends on
gonna,
where the power source is.
it's gonna not fly when you take it out. That much you know. so okay.
Well,
All right.
maybe I can mage hand it out if you like, if you tell
we
me
just
what to
detach
do,
it?
and I get close
Oh,
enough, I
that's a good
can.
idea.
You guys can move over,
what
and I
was
can.
thinking.
Okay,
Okay,
so
so
the
like
three of you work together, and then
Okay,
let's say
can we just
Scrap
like
can roll with
detach all the
advantage.
bits?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Tinkering.
Let me
tinkering
explain
tools?
what it looks like.
Yeah.
At the front of the ship, there's a sort of just an easy enough hatch to get into. You have to remove some like velvet because this one's like posh a little
I
bit.
just like chop at it with my.
Nice. You just
my
cut this
machete.
velvet patch out, and you can see the box. There's a couple of screws. You unscrew it, and behind there is this small but very apparent little dragon shard that is floating in there.
Let's go.
And it's got sort of two connectors on either the top and the bottom that look like they're fastened on there. So not too hard to take off, but
All right.
it's still requires a roll and the knowledge to do so. So let's have it happen.
Tinkering tools check with advantage.
With avantage.
Cool, pretty good. 24.
Oh yeah, very much easy enough to do. Ding. So you know that if you remove the top piece, it will deactivate the steering and movement of it, but the bottom piece will keep it hovering, and it should be easy enough for Vita to get Mage Hand in and just pop the thing out.
Okay.
Which
right.
easy enough to do. I'm not even going to make a roll because it's very simple.
Go
Mage Hand is a
get-
spell. You
Go on,
just cast
Praxel.
your Mage Hand and you go in and grab it, and you see as soon as you take the gem out, it just begins to fall down and crashes into the rubble of Fallen.
That's
How-
right. Sorry, you go ahead. No, you go ahead.
How big is this dragon shard that
It's
I?
small.
Okay, I'm
It'd be
gonna
like 2 inches.
pop
what?
it into my pocket.
Oh, interesting.
What kind of dragon shard is it?
It's Kyber.
Ooh.
Kyber.
Hey, Vita, I don't know if you have any use for those dragon shards, but like, you know, if you didn't, maybe give it to me. I might find a use for it, you know, maybe.
Didn't you spend all your gold?
But what? I might have a use for it though.
Well, when you've got some gold, maybe you'll have a use for it.
Well, maybe I'll have a use for the information that you're actually a changeling.
Oh,
Ooh,
yikes.
shots fired. Tara, in the meantime, is like, back to Fallen Sky. Can I get this night over with, please? Okay. All right. You guys have Nulo. You guys got the chest. You guys got an extra dragon shard. You guys got Straddle Glider. You guys got a lot of goods, and you guys make your way back to the Fallen Sky Tavern. She drops you off right at this intersection street, and you guys are able to walk up to the tavern quite easily. Yeah.
Can I have? I don't know. They're probably pretty heavy, actually. I was gonna say, can I have? Because we got the bodies with us.
Oh, that's right. That's a really good point. You did take the bodies.
Maybe
I think Tara's gonna actually, unless she's like, don't get any of their bits on my ship, please. Is there any way to not get any of their bits on my ship? I don't want. This is not just like an easy. That guy's bleeding everywhere. I don't want that on my ship.
Do we have any idea of like if we need a whole body for Orla to communicate with the dead?
Oh, Shane. You know you need at least a mouth and head. You need the head.
Just the head.
You need at least the head to make the spell work, because they have to
I have
speak.
nothing to do with that.
We're at a Sky Coach terminal, and you want to do this now?
No. I mean, could we retcon it
He
to
wants
do
to
it in
retcon.
Fallen?
We have to retcon because she wouldn't have allowed bodies on her
on
ship
her
like
ship.
that.
If
Some
that's
butchering.
so,
Some light butchering of bodies, yeah.
I take out
So
my
this
machete.
is while you're at Fallen, while you're hovering over top.
Okay.
so
And like you can try to do it stealthily if you don't want her and other people to see, then that's fine. Or you don't care. That's also very kobold of you.
yeah, I'll take out
Is that
my
racist? I don't know.
You're doing it too.
yeah. I'm gonna take
what?
out my
Yikes, you guys.
double-bladed scimitar and
Yeah.
do one while you do the other.
Heck yeah! I just so
Jeez.
I imagine
so
yours
the
is
bodies
smoother
are
than
just
mine.
left and fallen.
Yeah, these dead are
Headless.
for us. They're for our benefit, so we have to use it.
Amazing.
It does
All right.
also prevent. I mean, it does prevent
Yeah.
someone else from talking to them.
Exactly.
True. That's a really good point. Didn't think about that, but also very good.
So
But
Jan
there's
got
also
the machete.
like 5 bodies we left behind. So
That's true.
One on the bridge.
oh, we got 2 that can't talk. Great.
I just start going to town and just like with a machete.
Your machete's
Oh,
probably like
dude.
the size of a paring knife.
It's comically large for my body, but comically small for anybody else. Yes.
There's blood everywhere. That's how bodies work. So
All right.
you're definitely doused in a sheen of redness that no one wants to hear more detail about.
I kind of just like shake it off and then pop it in Patch's saddlebag.
Oh my gosh.
And I'll throw the other one to you after
Thanks.
I've taken
Pop
it
that
off.
in there too.
All
2
right.
heads.
Okay.
You have an orc head with a crazy metal scalp thing on it, and you have a house beneath bodyguard head.
Oh
which is
boy.
Should we
just
throw
a good old
the
human
bottom half
man
in?
who is doing his job.
Where should we put the bottom halves? In your satchel?
Leave
They're
No,
in
we
the
throw
ship.
them in the
They're
ship.
in the
This
No,
is
they're-
before.
Oh, this is before.
Yeah,
Oh,
those are-
yeah.
Crash into Fallen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we dropped those.
How much do the heads weigh?
I don't know. 10 pounds.
For both? Okay, cool.
I'm
Sure.
glad. Well, the one with the metal skull cap might be on.
He weighs 11 pounds.
So we're
I-
back at the terminus now.
So now you guys are back at.
She took us
She'll
to
drop
the
you guys off
tavern
at the
outside of
intersection
Haven.
right outside of the Fallen Sky.
Okay,
So
so
you guys
I'm gonna go up to Tara and just be like, I'm sure this evening wasn't your ideal evening.
Not
Wasn't
by a long
mine
stretch.
either.
Mhm.
And I'm just gonna like give her like 20 gold and be like, for your
Oh.
discretion.
Mm.
But just know that if you break this, if there's anyone that can be guaranteed to find you, it's me.
Okay, settle down, honey. I'm fine. 20 gold's plenty. 20 gold's a lot.
Isn't this the third time she's received money from us?
Yeah.
Yes.
I also
Proxy.
tipped her 10.
This ended up being a pretty
So
lucrative
she,
night for me.
yeah,
And then we paid her initially. Or
Yeah, she made
maybe
the
after.
30
She
gold.
gave us a discount out the get-go.
Yeah.
That's
so.
true. That's true.
She says your secret stay with me, and she rides off. She drives away. In the meantime, you guys walk up to the Fallen Sky, which is in full swing right now. It's probably midnight-ish, Probably not even. Oh, yeah, because you guys traveled back. It'd be like 12:31, probably around there. And yeah, things are bumping over here. As you get close, so you'll see Toller Azurehorn, who's this large grayish blue sort of furred male minotaur with an apron, who's at the bar. The bar itself is sort of built out of the side of the ship. Remember, the Fallen Sky is an airship that has crashed, and it's got this railing that's part of one of the pieces of the railing is sort of like the bar itself. And he's there chatting up some of the patrons that are there at the bar, mixing drinks. You'll also see Ellie Roth, who's a young human female. She has like disheveled brown hair, kept up with a hairband and a large smile on her face. She's going from table to table. She has this extremely heavy and tall stack of trays and drinks being carried on her prosthetic arm, on her left arm. And the place is bustling. There's around 30 or so patrons, and people are seeming to have a really good time. You can get a sort of sense, and most of you know, this place is quite popular with the local crew, the local people that live around here in Terminus itself. As you approach, you do see Hale on the side there, and she nods. She's up at the very top. She's at the top of the stairwell to get up into Haven proper, and she nods at you guys as you approach. Let's have Scrap roll a perception check.
Okay. Just me? All right.
Yeah, just Scrap.
I'm horrible.
Say that
It's kind of
again.
cocked. I don't know. Hold on. Let me balance the die on it and see if it works. It doesn't work. It was such a good roll.
Reroll.
14.
14. Okay. As you guys move forward, yeah, you guys carry on through. I'm assuming you want to go to Hale, or what do you guys want to do?
Vita definitely wants to talk to Hale alone.
Oh, okay, sure.
Okay, well, Scrap also wants to talk to Hale with the group, so...
Well, we can do that first.
Yeah,
That's
you-
okay.
You guys all go
Fight.
together as a party, maybe friends, maybe not. Up to Hale, and she says, she sort of beckons you guys in. You guys go into the main meeting room, and you have a little discussion. She says, "How did things go?"
Do I still have the box?
I would assume so, unless you give it to someone else.
I
So-
say this is the
the box is gone now.
this is the requested item. We got it back and went
Excellent.
smooth. Well,
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say not our smoothest, but we did get this.
Okay. Very interested to hear more about that. She opens it up. She looks at it. She says, "Wow. Okay. 3 vials. That is very incriminating for Tareem. This will be put to very good use, for sure. What do you mean when you say not too good, Sammy?"
There were more people than we were expecting. There were some Dask members on Stratogliders that came after us, and there's definitely, a little bit more of a trail left behind.
Okay.
And we did notice someone did see us.
Okay. All right. Very interesting information.
Good
That
things
is
to
okay.
know. I think we're okay for now, but good things to know.
Very well.
We got
Very well.
those. I pull out the Dask orc guy's head out of the bag.
Oh.
Also,
Okay.
we had Scrap
Great.
with us.
Yes. Well,
What are you talking about?
he's sometimes unpredictable, although he's very efficient in his.
I'm
his
very
cooking.
efficient, yeah.
Thank you. We may be able to do something with those heads, Scrap. Thank you. For now, can you keep them in there?
All right.
Don't take them out again. All right.
Pop it back in there.
Wonderful. I would like to speak to Sammy alone, if that's possible. You guys did an excellent job. Well done, and enjoy the night. We're in full swing here. You guys know the drill. Whatever you need is on the house, especially tonight.
Thanks.
All right. Is the one you said with the prosthetic arm, is that Ellie?
Ellie Roth, yeah.
Okay. I'll just go up and chat her up.
Okay,
Just
amazing.
as I usually do when I see her.
Okay.
Not like in a,
As he do?
That's in
So,
a sexual way. You're coming onto her hard.
yes, it could be seen as that, but also like You know,
Romantically.
Yeah, I also have a prosthetic arm. You know, we can connect. And
Oh
You're
my
so
god.
alike.
Is that how you get? Is that how you get? I also have a prosthetic arm.
He goes
you have a
for
prosthetic arm.
which limbs
Wanna
is someone
swap
missing?
arms?
He goes, what limb is this person missing? And if they're missing an arm, he's like, oh dang.
which arm is her prosthetic?
Her left arm.
Oh man,
Oh.
okay.
That's my one too.
He's like, that's
Aw.
hot.
You're so much
We
alike.
have both
cute.
no left arm.
Yeah, you can go and talk to her all you want.
Okay,
Wait,
cool.
well,
I do
she's
that.
very busy, and she pretty much blows you off instantly. I'm gonna say, I'm so
good
I'll
for
sorry.
say when you done, when you finishing up.
When the last person leaves,
All right, well,
and she keeps moving away.
I'll just kind of sit there.
She's not uninterested. She's just genuinely busy, and she's not rude about it at all. She's very kind, and she probably doesn't get any vibe that you're hitting on her. If that's what you were planning on doing, she's just busy, and you're just another person there.
just the tiniest bit, just checking up on her. But I'll just sit there. Is it like at a bar?
Yeah, so
Okay.
there's outside of the Fallen Sky, there's a lot of tables just on the ground on the street right outside. There's a huge mast, like from the ship itself, that goes like from the ship down into the ground. And so from that, they've created this, with the sails of the airship, they've made this sort of canopy going out. So it's sort of this sloped canopy. Inside the canopy, there's lots of tables, and it's kind of right on the street. In the daytime, they close up, so it's kind of just all open. But at night, they pop them out to protect from spills of unknown drips that come out from the upper city. But for now, it's just sort of, it's just out and open. You guys are protected, and
All right.
yeah, there's, it's a nice place right now. In the meantime, Sammy, yeah, you guys are at the table in the meeting room, and she will just sort of turn to you and say, how did everyone do? Did they work well together? Are you guys okay? How did things, were there any
Wait, are we
red
still
flags?
there?
No, she
Just
would have
saying.
picked you guys up.
Okay.
But if you wanted to say, I would like a moment with you.
Oh,
she,
Vita's just gonna wait outside the door.
perfect. That's even better. Okay.
You know, we still have some people who are fairly new. You know, I feel like it's some people just grew up in different ways, and it's, you know, you can see it, and I'm sure Vita's gonna want to talk with you. Scrap has some prejudices he may need to look into,
Okay.
and
I expected as much.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty predictable.
He's a bit of a loose cannon.
No, I think-
but
I
he's
think
good.
honestly, like, it's hard to tell from not first, but I think there's still some dynamics that are getting worked out, and you know,
All right.
there's some tension between a couple people. Like I said, Scrap and Vita, maybe. Proxy was able to get one of the gliders.
Amazing.
We
Yeah, I
almost
saw that.
lost him, though. He was a little risky, but I mean, high risk, high reward. You know, that's how we do everything.
Exactly. Okay. Well, that's really good to know. As you guys are sitting there, you'll notice that the the big, huge kyber shard that's in the table sort of like lets this like sort of like hiss sound out the side, and it like shakes a little bit. And Hale is sort of like taken aback a little bit with you. She's like, "That's the second time that's happened. A little bit concerning, but whew, okay." Anyways, that's. She sort of like takes a moment. She's like, I'll be watching this tonight. Don't worry, but I'll have to get people to look at this tomorrow. That will be all, Sammy. Thank you though for filling me in on the information.
Yeah, like, I mean, if there's anything in particular you want, you know, you can trust me. I'll let you know.
Of course, yeah, yes. Thank you. All right. She sort of just goes back to looking at the.
Okay.
Dragon
And then I'm
shard.
just gonna go and I'm gonna see Toller.
Toller. Ooh, cool. Yeah, the Minotaur. Okay,
Yeah.
sweet. As you're waiting outside, the door swings open. Sammy walks out.
I just go in and like slam the door behind me.
Nice.
She doesn't. Oh, you slam it. Oh,
Yeah.
dang. Okay. She like jumps because she's also like freaked out. It's like shard in the middle of the table. Oh, okay. Vita? Hi. What's wrong? She can clearly tell that there's something going on with you.
I'm gonna shift.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. And just be like, well, I hope tonight was worth it for you.
What does that mean?
You-
What happened? Fill me in. What happened?
This
I don't know. I'm in the dark.
happened. Everyone knows that this is me now. I hope that's worth it for you.
Look, V.
No, you sent us in, didn't even tell us what we were getting, and we have no idea what to expect.
V, this is how things
Don't
are here.
Call me that name, unless everyone's going to call me that name now. You're in charge. Clean up this mess. Now what are we going to do?
These are the risks. You know that. I did not predict that this could happen. How could I have known that that would have happened?
And are you prepared for all of the repercussions?
I'm telling you.
In all parts of Sharn.
I'm telling you that you know the risks involved. You knew the risks involved.
I am absolutely aware. But when you send us in basically naked into this fight, where anyone could have seen that happen.
This is not on me. You can turn
is.
it the way you want.
You are
can
the
twist
boss.
the words. You can make it seem like it's on me. This is not on me.
Is it on me?
First of all, did you shift on purpose? Of course not. So then you should have been able to... I'm assuming you
We should have had more
fell
protection.
unconscious. Were you attacked? You fell unconscious, I presume.
Yes, we should have had more protection.
These are the risks. These are the risks involved in this job. I cannot guarantee anything.
Perfect.
Who
Well, now
knows?
that
Tell me
everyone
who
knows
knows.
that Hale has a changeling,
Everyone knows. Who is everyone?
the
The people in the party that you
yes.
sent with you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, the people in the sky coach following us, they could have seen anyone in any of the buildings.
Nobody
could have
mentioned a
seen...
sky coach following you.
Well,
There was a sky coach following
well, it
you.
looks like someone was sloppy giving you a report. There was a coach following us.
That's news to me. Regardless of that, you should have known this was going to happen. It's impossible to hide it fully. This is not that bad of a thing.
So where do
Those
we
that
go
were-
from here?
The ones that were with you need to be informed. Tell them to keep it a secret. If that is... Do not let them let this secret out. It's simple.
It's too many loose ends.
It's a lot of loose ends. But we can go from here. We can move forward. I do not, by the way, like this tone you take with me, nor the slamming of the door, nor the heightened voice, and the way you get me all riled up. So please, next time you talk to me, lower the voice, shut the door slower. All right? This is fine. We can work with this.
You're
All right.
saying this like I should be afraid of you.
You should be. She sort of chuckles a little bit under her breath, but and people think Scrap is the loose cannon. I need time right now, but we will address this in the morning. Okay?
Do you want, since I'm your dog, do you want Vita or do you want V around?
No, keep V hidden. It's Vita who's the one we need. That should be very common. That's what we discussed. Go tell the others, though, and tell them to keep it a secret. And if you can't do that, send them my way. I will do that for you.
Okay, I'm just going to shift and then walk out.
She takes a sigh. Okay, wow. Scrap, as you leave and you walk out to the main under the tarp area, suddenly, out of nowhere, seemingly, this claw-like tendril latches onto your neck from a table off to the side of the bar. And you see, attached to that winch, it's like a winch arm thing, claw. Attached to that is a Warforged, a female-looking Warforged with purple stripes, sort of like racing stripes, going down her arms and her chest. She's sitting at one of the tables and she's talking to another human man. And she's stood up and had pushed the table off to the side, and one of her arms is extended fully. And you see, like, her hand had been rotated around, and the winch hand has been like shot off right onto your neck, and she's pulling it forward.
No, not
And
this
she
one.
says, "You." She says, "You," and you can tell that like something messed with her voice modulator, and you can see her turning a dial on her neck. You came over here. No.
I think you're thinking of someone else. This is actually prejudice. Not all kobolds look the same. All right, Proxy.
I will never forget your face. And she's pulling you into.
Patch, get it. Can you get her off?
Can Patch try to like grab the thing and
Sure.
yank it off?
Yeah.
Okay, so Patch's like bud thing at the end of his tail opens up, and it's like a claw thing with like five fingers, and it'll kind of grab onto the winch thing and try to like yank it off.
That's amazing. Roll a contested athletics check.
Okay,
Human
what is
fingers.
his?
A hand, you mean?
Kind of. Well, but it's not a hand. It's like a Demogorgon face. It's like
It's like Doc Ock hand.
yeah, but with 5.
Doc Ock 5 hand.
Doc Ock 5 hand. Rolls.
Doc Pent.
Athletics is natural 20 plus 4.
Okay, instantly Patches just like boom pounces into action. He leaps on the arm and like tears it off. The hand itself goes flying off. It rips it in half, and her winch just goes and just like pulls right up into her arm. And she's coming forward towards you.
Gotta go.
Where do you go?
I
Actually?
leap up onto Patch's back and just try to like run out into the street and just try to like lose her in the streets.
Oh, sweet. Okay, yeah. I would say she chases you for a bit, but she doesn't follow that far.
Okay.
She turns around and goes back to the tavern before you're yeah, no worries at all. Well, maybe some worries actually, because that's a little bit startling, I'm sure.
It's somewhat startling.
You see her. Those who are around there will see. Like, kind of people are like, "Whoa!" Like, what happened? A lot of people are like, "Stop drinking!" Like, conversations stop, and you see this Warforged walk up the stairs to go and talk to Hale, who's up there. And other than that, yeah, the people sort of like, okay, let's continue drinking for the night. And Sammy wanted to go talk to Tolu Azurehorn. So he's at the bar.
Yeah. Wait.
He's like the barkeep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to drink.
He's got on a big old apron. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah.
I'm just drinking away my night, honestly.
Very simple.
Yeah.
Very easy. Okay. Yeah. He just sort of nods. He says, "Sammy, welcome. The usual.
Yeah, please, Toller. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Always a pleasure." Goes back, mixes up a sweet drink, passes it over, and you drink away. What else would people like to do?
Another question.
Yes.
How long did I notice my...
She is single. Oh, sorry. What do you ask?
No. No, I don't care about that no more.
Oh, okay.
Well, for the next
She
5
rejected
minutes.
you for the next 5 minutes.
Wow.
When did I notice my speed reduce after taking Go-Go Green mint flavored? What
It's kind of hard to tell, but it was very immediate.
Okay,
Like maybe a minute after.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And would Shane have any of the intelligence rolls he did? He never.
Nothing
For
ever
what?
came up with my berry blue.
Yeah.
Oh, actually.
I mean,
Hold
it's
on.
probably
When
gone
did
by
you?
now.
Yeah, I think it.
It was a little
probably-
bit after me.
Because when did you do intelligence checks after, like this session? When did you do one? What was it for?
Intelligence
you did
checks? I think it
For,
was
like,
only for
the
the...
letter.
Not until we
The-
opened
The
the
dragon
Package.
shard.
Yeah.
Yeah, and doing.
To check for
taking-
the dragon shard.
and
That's
taking the
true.
power source.
Yeah, only for that. I don't think...
But that would have been
no,
later.
No,
We flew all the way to.
Yeah.
That would have been
Thadik
later.
opened the...
No, you're right.
You wouldn't have
I did
noticed
an
anything.
intelligence check to maintain.
Try
the
to
thing.
control that.
And there's a history check too.
I'll say
did.
you didn't notice any
Oh, that's right.
added.
I did
benefit
do a
at that
history
point
check.
because
Right.
I did do a history check to try to remember stuff about the
Dask.
Dask while we were on the, like, right after the fight.
that's a really good point. You do notice this. Okay, hold on. You felt an
Thanks,
added
Reese.
boost to your intelligence, just like a slight edge. It's almost negligible. But you, with your
0.5?
keen mind, were able to notice it.
Rounded down.
Zero.
So let's see. And that was what one did you have?
It was berry blue.
Berry.
So for the listeners, I created these fun candies that are a thing now for the party, clearly. So you notice that you would have had a +1 to your intelligence checks. Intelligence and wisdom ability checks.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, so
pretty sick.
sorry.
Intelligence and wisdom ability checks. It's very good.
That's really good.
Yeah,
It
plus
is.
1.
Wow,
ability checks. So
And it
it's
would have
like,
lasted for a minute.
Skills, like
right. And to add,
also I made a perception check too.
Oh, that's right.
well,
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, you did.
to if we just go back to when I first was going to go talk to Ellie, I'm
let's
gonna
go back.
look at
Let's go back
my
there.
I'm gonna look at my candies
Oh,
and
okay.
be like, pretty purple,
Jeez.
huh? And I'll take pretty purple before I go talk to her.
Nice. Okay. You just feel like there's a sense of like,
I love it.
oh, there's,
Everything's going.
you
well.
feel like smoother. Yeah, like things are,
Pretty boy.
yeah, you could
Get that.
talk to her. It probably was the
Eyebrows.
push, it wasn't the push you needed to go approach her.
I'm so happy.
Like my confidence was boosted a bit.
Yeah, your confidence. Trevor's abundance.
Okay, cool. Good to know.
Very cool.
Yeah, those are the only two questions I had.
Smart.
And after kind of being rejected by her, I'll just go by Sammy, and just be like, rough. I'll just go up to you and be like, rough night with my drink.
She's
been a rough
working.
night.
You didn't get rejected. She's
It's like
literally
the lightest.
working.
She was so pleasant about it. Super chill.
It's like I just
You're
got
like,
busy right
hey,
now.
girl, you want to hang out? She's like, literally, no.
I'm so busy. Rejected.
Guys,
Nice guys can't get ahead.
my intelligence ain't too great. Okay.
You can't control what that feels.
Yeah, I just have
matter.
feelings and I react. I have a goal, I go for it.
sure.
And one of my never mind. I'll
Your
reveal my
feelings are
goals.
valid.
Tell us all about your goals.
Tell us about your goals. Your future goals.
Tell me more about that.
Tell me more.
Do you say anything to me,
just
or
like-
just sit down and we're like,
I just sit down, sigh, and say it's been a rough night.
okay. I'd say, okay, and then I just like clap him on the back.
Yeah, I don't say anything else,
Nice.
but I do look a little bit more pretty.
That's not true. That's not how that works. You feel like you look a little bit more pretty. That's what happens, okay?
I wouldn't mind going and trying to find. Wait, is Scrap like out in the street right now, or did you?
He ran off, yeah. You don't know. He
Never
took
mind.
off with Proxy.
No,
with
Patch.
Patch. I always say
How
Proxy
dare
in my
you.
head.
They're interchangeable essentially.
They are
They're both just
very
my bots.
not. Speaking of which, can I do
Proxy,
something?
you're always allowed to do whatever your heart desires.
Yay.
What is it?
I'm taking the little board up
Oh,
to my
nice.
little workspace.
Sweet.
And I just want to like figure out how it works.
Okay.
So that next time when I'm on it, I'm like, oh yeah, and I can figure it
Totally.
out less risky, you know?
Okay. Yep.
Analyze it instead of
Do an intelligence check.
freaking intelligence.
Sorry, bro.
No, 20.
Oh.
Natural 20. Okay. Woo! You get the sense, like, now it's like, oh, duh. You need to put your feet right here on either. There's these two sort of like
Pads.
spots for them. They're like held on. They're like actually floating little binding things where you slip your feet into and strap in, and then they.
Makes
You
sense.
don't really have to strap in. They'll come out quite easily, but you can slide your feet in, and then those sort of move within the board. So your
Got
feet.
it.
So as you're moving your feet in this like little mini footboard parts, they're like foot paddles that like they'll guide the little.
Makes sense. I was having a hard time. I wasn't clipped
Is
in.
he like? Is he doing the
This
splits?
proxy
Your feet
stance
weren't even long enough
reach?
to fit. Exactly, that's what I was saying. It's built. It's a big board built for like a
could do
massive big knoll.
So you're like
So-
doing the splits. Like
Actually, it was for the orcs.
He
so
adds
it's actually
some
pretty
stilts.
I got
So-
one
No,
leg
this
and
one
one
was the
arm.
knoll.
big. Was it the knoll?
It was
Oh,
the
okay.
claw hand.
Maybe
Oh, that's
Scrap
right,
can
yeah.
build you some
So-
like feet to put into
Oh,
it.
I'm not. It's not for me. I just want to figure out how it works.
Amazing. Well, you know how to work it now, for sure. Yeah. I'll give you the details after the end of this episode, which is right now. Look at that! Boom!
Solid
Segue. Thanks everybody for listening to Fallen Sky and Eberron Adventure. Be sure to follow us on the social medias. I didn't plug them at the beginning of this episode because I trusted you people.
Plug them now.
If you're listening now, you knew where we are. Go to Facebook, go to Instagram, go to Twitter, and search Upstairs Alchemy on any of those social media sites, and you'll find us. And you can also check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/upstairsalchemy. I'm going to post some exclusive footage tonight on Patreon for Patreon members only. So
Footage.
Are we able to see
get
it?
excited for that. Only if you subscribe, Reese. All right.
All right.
Thanks, everybody. Take care. Bye.
Bye.